Hello lovelies, it is Magic Gnome here, and today I am going to dig back into my Home Chef box and we're going to make the cod chowder recipe. So stick around and you'll see what is up with the cod chowder. Okay, so I have prepped all of my ingredients for my Home Chef box. I just wanted to share a couple things here that I noticed while I was prepping. We're supposed to be making these 2 big bowls of soup. I am testing out to see if we're actually going to get that portion. I just feel like there's not a whole lot of veggies here. So this is just, I have small hands, so this is just a tiny stalk of celery. This much went bad in the one day that it took to make it, and I feel like that's a big chunk of this just little tiny chunk of celery that we got for this soup. There's a decent amount of parsley. I'm not going to complain about that. You don't really need a lot of it. There's only 2 little cloves of garlic, and I usually add like a bazillion cloves of garlic when I make soup. But I guess that makes sense for the portion. But also, I will say that we're supposed to put this in the bread also. So I actually have to split this in half. So only that much is going in each thing. Which, I mean, you can see it's about the size of the tip of my finger. Just a little clove. Tons of potatoes. I'm not going to complain about that. For 2 people, 3 gold potatoes is enough, I think, but I'm doing lower carb. Obviously this is not a low carb dish, but there wasn't a whole lot of low carb choices with Home Chef. So even though they advertised it, it really, there was pretty much no actually low carb options. This is just 1 little tiny shallot. It's probably a 1/3 cup. And then that's how much corn you get, which is a decent amount, but we're not going to have any leftovers, and my husband's probably still going to be hungry. This is the bread. I've diced it up as they instructed. That's definitely a decent amount for 2 people. Probably way too much for 2 people. So I'm not going to complain about that. But there's a lot of potatoes and a lot of bread and a tiny bit of vegetables. Now this is the right portion of cod for me. One of these would be okay. But for my husband, he is probably going to be hungry if he was just to eat this fish with the soup or in the soup. So I'm patting it dry. See if there's any scales left. I don't see any. Patting it dry so I can fry it as the instructions say. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm probably gonna have to pat it a little more dry because the plate is wet, but this is a really juicy fish. And then I'm going to salt and pepper it and add it to my pan. There you have the cod. It is frying up. Ooh, you can see some of that steam coming off of it. And you can probably hear the sizzle. Alright, I'm going to finish frying this up and then I'll show you what is up next. Alright, the croutons are out of the oven. And I have sprinkled them with parsley. Now I'm going to stir up all these vegetables in the same pan until aromatic, it says. Now I've added the white wine and the 2 cups of water. And it's deglazed my pan a little bit. Hopefully this will turn out good. It's not a whole lot of soup though, as you can see. It's just the bottom. Oh well. Also turned it up to start a boil. In the meantime, I broke up the cod. The instructions said to break it up after it rested. It has rested, so it is now broken up, and it's not bad. Now I'm going to add the cream and the corn because the potatoes are almost tender. Stir those in. Well, it definitely looks like chowder. Yum. Now I've just added some salt and pepper. I have removed the soup from the heat, and now I am going to put some cod in. Stir it up. Alright, as you can see, just fills the bottom of my Dutch oven. And that should be done. And here it is finished. One small bowl for me. That's a normal cereal bowl size. And he's going to have a little bit more than me, just because he's coming home from work and he's going to need the sustenance. So here's the comparison. Looks good. Just a little bit left for him. There you have it. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I am so glad you hung around to see how the cod chowder turned out. If you want, come back again soon or subscribe, because I'm going to be posting how the steak and mushrooms turned out. I am so glad you guys stopped by. Please comment, like, and share. Please check out my socials. My Facebook and Instagram links are in the description, and I also linked a couple items that you might have seen in the video, like my Dutch oven. So check those out. See you guys next time. Bye.
Goodbye, shroomies.